The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
We are live from the NFL Scouting Combine. Well, not quite. Live from my Airbnb. Combine starts tomorrow. Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji speak at 1 Eastern. We got a lot to discuss. It's the Jake Asman Show, live from Indy, and it starts right now.
Live, Radio Row in Indianapolis. It's Combine time as teams look for their next superstar. Some of the biggest names in sports and entertainment will be right here. Get ready for the 2026 draft, baby. It's the Jake Asman Show.
Here we go. Show number 2 on the day. Welcome in, everybody. We are presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. We will be live from the Radio Row inside the Indiana Convention Center starting tomorrow. But for now, we're live from the Airbnb, a great Airbnb, I might add, that I'm staying at. And how about our first guest is the guy that I'm staying with? It's my old radio partner down in Houston. He's got a Heisman Trophy vote. He covers the Texans now for his own publication, HOU Football. He's got a bunch of different shows he's doing on YouTube in the digital space. It's Cody Stoots. Hello, Cody.
It's good to be back in front of the Asmaniacs because I know they're running wild this time of year. I'm ready for Asmaniac madness and all the various things that you do. So I'll get my bracket ready. Maybe I'll win this year.
Selection Sunday is this upcoming Sunday. So I'm going to send you the bracket. We want your immediate reaction when you see it.
What a busy week you have. All this week of the Combine, and then it's right into Selection Sunday for Asmaniac madness. What a fantastic setup.
You know, it's funny. If you ask my audience what they care more about, many might actually say Asmaniac madness.
Well, let me tell you, Jets fans, get used to the NFL draft and the Combine and the Senior Bowl and all that kind of stuff because it's super important for the next 2 years.
I was telling you before we started, Jets not only have the 3 ones next year, they have 2 this year, and then they have pick 33, which is like an extension of the first round. Could easily be traded, who knows? And then they have pick 44, so you're talking about 4 picks this year alone in the top 44, plus they're going to have around $90-something million in cap space. They're going to be very busy this offseason.
And for a draft that doesn't feel like it's super deep, it does matter having all those picks near the top. And Daniel Jeremiah's got the new updated top 50. If you leave this with, say, 3 or 4 of Jeremiah's top 30, 35 guys, you usually feel pretty good about that draft. And the Jets have a great opportunity to do that because obviously some guys that are less important to the Jets or lower down, they're going to jump up. Like, I can't imagine you guys are drafting an offensive lineman really high. So you'd love to see some of these linemen come off the board. That pushes a good player down the board to the Jets. So.
100%. Now, you are a Heisman Trophy voter.
Yep.
You also are a Texas Tech alum.
I am.
So you've always been a college football junkie, but especially this year because for the first time in a long time, your school was really good. You guys made the college football playoff. But David Bailey has been a popular name that has been mocked to the Jets at number 2. You watched him every game. Break down David Bailey as a prospect. Your thoughts on him potentially going as high as number 2 to the Jets.
He's got a lot of juice to his game. Like, that's what I would say is he's just going to be relentless. He's going to be a nasty pass rusher. He's going to be a guy that tackles are going to have to, maybe it's not game plan for, but you've got to be ready for what he's going to bring to the table. He's got a discernible day one skill that you put out there and you can trust him. And most of the time, if guys go and get sacks at the college level at a very high rate and on a consistent basis, if you do that at the college level, typically it translates to initial success at the NFL pretty quickly. And that's what you're looking for with that pick. And if you go with Bailey is, hey, is he going to be successful right away? How much of his game can we fine tune to really get the maximum out of him? Because there's definitely some concerns about his game. I'll be fascinated to see measurements and size officially. And then you'll do a little projecting about how much weight he can put on. Because you look at him now, what he is now reported to be, right about 250 and, not like super freakish, like arm length or anything like that. Not like a crazy specimen, but can he put on a little bit of weight? Because that's going to help with the run game element of it. And I think back to Will Anderson 2023. Now, Bailey's not Will Anderson, but Will Anderson ended up putting probably over the past couple of seasons 30, almost 40 pounds worth of weight. Or when he did put on weight, he put on good muscular weight. And it helped him in the run game, and it helped him be a more powerful pass rusher. That's something with Bailey that's like, okay, can he put on a couple of pounds? Can you rely on his game to grow? But from day one, he should be able to rush the passer. You put him out there wide. You make tackles, and quarterbacks account for how good he is and how fast he is and how quick he can be. And then you just hope teams initially don't run right at him. There's not a quit factor. There's not a worry about how hard he's going to play. It just sometimes bigger guys are going to get him caught up, and he's going to have a tougher time against the run. So when he gets run at, that's not great, but he's going to rush the passer right away, and that's the most important thing for a defensive end.
That seems to be the one knock. If there is a knock on Bailey as a player, people talk about, well, is he going to be really good against the run? When you watched him, did you get any sense he was like a liability in that area? Because if you're taking someone second overall, obviously, ideally, you want them to be as well-rounded as possible.
It's tough because the guys he sees on Saturdays aren't anywhere close to the guys that are going to be coming, downhill trying to block him on Sundays. So it's just a whole different type of human being. I mean, you think about just how big and how much time these guys in the NFL have had to add to their bodies and add to their strength and weights. Like initially there's going to be a little bit of worry, but again, if he has the want to, which I believe he does, and you have some of those pass rush skills that should translate fairly well to, okay, if I can draw this out, get him a little heavier, I can be able to play him against the run and not have to worry about him being you can't draft a situational guy at 2. And he's nowhere near being a situational pass rusher. You put him out there, and then speed will help you too get to running backs as well. If you're just faster than tackles, you can dart in there and you can make plays even if the size is a little bit of a concern.
Cody Stoots is with us. He is a draft aficionado. I mean, he is all over it.
I like that.
He loves the combine. I mean, he watches college football all year, but you've always been super into the draft. When we did radio shows in Houston, that was always something I know that you look forward to. So if you guys have questions about specific prospects, definitely go out there and super chat it in. I want to shout out the Rhino for being the first to super chat. He is a longtime viewer of Cody and I. The Rhino still super chats me on occasion. He used to watch The Wheelhouse, which was the name of the radio show that Cody, myself, and Brad Kellner and our producer Andrew all worked on. So shout out to the Rhino right there.
Yeah, good to see the Rhino in there, and he's a loyal Houston footballer and SNLer, and so good to see him in there. And yeah, once a week at least, sometimes more, I hear about the Wheelhouse, so maybe this summer when we all three of us have kind of like a down day, we'll get a little Wheelhouse show going.
Would love to do that. That'd be an absolute blast. Also, apparently the Airbnb Wi-Fi, Cody, not very good. It looks fine on our end, but this is what the audience is seeing. A little blurriness.
Oh.
So I don't know what we could really do about that.
Are we in witness protection here?
Maybe. I mean, we do have faces for radio, so as long as people could hear us, that's all that truly matters. Now, I'm presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. I want to show the audience here some odds from FanDuel for the number 2 pick, and we'll get Cody's thoughts on that. So here are the latest odds, courtesy of FanDuel, on who has the best chance of going number 2 to the New York Jets. The favorite right now is Arvell Reese, minus 115. David Bailey, who you and I just discussed, Cody, second favorite, plus 150. Ruben Bain, plus 550. Then, after you get through the 3 edge guys, big drop to Caleb Downs at plus 5,000. And just to show you how big of a lock Fernando Mendoza is to go number 1, Mendoza has the 4th highest odds here at plus 5,500, followed by Tai Simpson at plus 7,500. Give me your breakdown on Reese after we just asked you for your thoughts on Bailey.
I would have a tough time. Like, you do some of the projecting with Bailey and some of the things he needs to get good at. I'd have a tough time thinking that you use a number 2 overall pick on a guy like Reese, just because he feels to me more like a linebacker that on occasion can help you rush the passer. Whereas I know David Bailey, day one's helping me rush the passer right away, doing it consistently. Actually, I kind of love the value there of Bain if you wanted to kind of just do a little sprinkle there, because I feel like he's a really nice player as well. A little bit more heavy-handed than a guy like Bailey. You hear that term a lot in scouting, just how powerful he can be. But I like Bailey the most out of those 3 guys, especially for the Jets situation. Reese is a fantastic player. I just feel like he's more of a gadget guy from a pass rush standpoint, not a true pass rusher. So I certainly understand why he'd be an intriguing player for an organization that has a head coach who's a defensive-minded head coach, but let's not just plan for 1 year. Let's plan for many years. Okay.
What do you think of Downs, the idea of taking a safety that high?
I mean, Downs is the perfect player for the Jets if somebody would come up to 2, but I don't think anybody's coming up to 2. It's tough to take him at 2 because it feels like you can get more impact from one of the pass rushers, and a very good pass rusher is going to be as important and maybe even more important than the best safety or one of the best safeties. And I know Downs might be really good from the word go, but it's still going to be a year or 2 until you find him in a situation where you think he's one of the best safeties in football. So I would lean more towards a pass rusher than the safety or the linebacker that can rush the passer.
Cody Stoots is our guest. All right. We did pick number 2. I want to ask you about pick 16 and then get some other guys that you might like in the second round. But I want to remind everyone who didn't see our first show today, we're kicking off Combine Week in style. End of this show, your chance to win a signed Curtis Martin jersey with the Hall of Fame inscription in the signature there. Gift a membership or send in a $10 super chat or higher to qualify. When you send that in, you automatically are entered in our weekly raffle, which will be, in all likelihood, on Friday from the NFL Combine. A Joe Namath signed helmet and a Darrelle Revis signed helmet are the top 2 items in that so far. I'll add another prize before the end of the week. We're either going to do the raffle for that on Friday, or if I do a Saturday, or maybe even during, how about this, the Selection Sunday show for Asmaniac Madness. Depends how many entries we get during the week, but we will be raffling away the signed Curtis jersey at the end of this very show. So gift the membership or send in a super chat, and we will make sure that we add you. Cody, pick number 16. The Jets are in a spot where they could use a receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think one of the quote-unquote big 3 receivers, that'd be Tyson, that'd be Tate, and then that would be Lemon, do you see a scenario where one of them could actually be there at number 16?
I would love Mekhi Lemon if I was the Jets. Like that would
that's our guy. We love him.
That's the dream right there. Tyson is tough because of the injury history and playing on that surface and in that stadium, and just the injury history that it feels like that turf has with players. So it becomes a little precarious. But if you got a good bill of health, clean bill of health this week from the doctors at the scouting combine, then go ahead and make that selection. If he was there, he's my favorite. If all the guys are healthy at wide receiver, Tyson's my favorite. Lemon, to me, though, if he's there at 16, that's beautiful for the Jets. That's an easy one. That's a run the card up. Don't even think about it. And just add that skill set to what they already have. And again, continue to build out the completeness of that roster when you do have that quarterback that you think is the future and you can put him in there. So Lemon would be the guy for me at 16. If you didn't go wide receiver there, man, it's one of those things where, like, I don't know if you can get a safety that high. Maybe there'll be some cornerbacks sprinkled in there. But
is there a safety that's worth taking besides Downs in round 1?
Probably not. Now, again, like 2, if Lemon wasn't there and somebody called and wanted to move up, actually, some of these teams in the back end of the first round, if for whatever reason they felt pretty strongly about an offensive lineman or a pass rusher that had fallen, maybe the Jets have already taken a pass rusher, so they wouldn't need another one. Maybe I could see a move for 16. I don't know how far back you want to go because you do have that pick right there at the top of the second round. So I don't know if you want it real close there. And at some point, you do need to just get guys in the building and start coaching them up and stop, kicking the draft capital down the road. But Lemon's the dream at 16. Like if he's there, it's beautiful.
Where do you stand with Tai Simpson? Where do you see him going? Should the Jets take him if he's there at 16?
I wouldn't put my future on Tai Simpson. I mean, the way I look at the Jets, and I'm far more outsider look at this, but if I was the general manager of this team, I'm trying to build the absolute best roster I can, hope that the coach doesn't look very good, and then I get to hire a different coach. Or even if a different coach comes in and I just kind of get to be his right-hand man and the new coach kind of calls the shots. I'm trying to keep my job if I'm the general manager. And Tai Simpson's going to get someone fired. I don't know if it's going to be a GM this year.
Do you not like him as a prospect because you don't think he's very good, or you think that he needs to sit and the team that drafts him is going to play him before he's ready? Why don't you like the player?
I don't believe he's a very good prospect. I didn't love everything at college, and I like guys that have played a lot more than that. And if you're going to be a one-year wonder, I want a whole heck of a lot more production than what he put together. So I'm not in love with Simpson, the prospect, just from a results standpoint, a talent standpoint. I'm sure the between the ears is nice, and you hear about, okay, well, he can run a couple of different systems, or, he'd be that. But I don't see it as the complete package. Certainly not at 16. And really, he's not even like even if he had I think he's a second round draft pick, and he had a Tyler Shuck year, does that really keep you from drafting somebody who might have an awesome year at college this year at quarterback? Like, it really doesn't. So why not use that pick and get something else, do something else?
I think most Jet fans agree with you. However, you know how fans are. They take him. Well, then all of a sudden, Tai Simpson's going to be awesome, man. He was going to be a top 10 pick before, the season for Alabama kind of went off the rails.
You remember my conviction a couple of years ago from Kenny Pickett, how I was just adamant that he was never going to be successful?
Yeah.
Not quite there with Tai Simpson, but it's in the same vein of, like, I just don't see it. I can't project it. I can't see him on Sunday going out there and making those plays.
You were right with that take. But my favorite take that you were wrong about, Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
A lot of people were wrong about Dan Campbell.
I thought Dan Campbell was a bit, and I thought he was just going to be kind of a meathead that they fired after a couple of years and went and got a real coach, and turns out Dan Campbell, very good at what he does.
Now let's talk about your famous all-time bad take, though. The Texans drafted this guy named J.J. Watt, and you tweeted,
what the fuck are they doing?
That guy's going to go to the Hall of Fame now.
Yeah,
Your thoughts?
And I, along with many other Texans fans, wanted Auburn defensive tackle Nick Fairley, but Wade Phillips was one of the driving forces behind getting J.J. Watt drafted, and weirdly enough, the Texans had a deal in place if Patrick Peterson had fallen in that draft, and he didn't fall far enough. And so their deal blew up. They also tried to trade for Aldon Smith. That didn't work. And then they thought Aldon Smith was going to fall to him. He got drafted before them, and they ended up with J.J. Watt. And, well, he's a better player than Aldon Smith. He's a better player than Patrick Peterson, and he's going to be a Hall of Famer the very first opportunity he gets. Well, I say that. Belichick should have been a Hall of Famer the first time, but, maybe J.J. will piss somebody off in the Hall of Fame committee, and he won't make it the first time.
Does J.J. know that story about that tweet? You ever told him that?
I've never told him that.
That's an all-timer.
That's
so good.
It's good.
Shout out to Peg and Artie. Artie, hope you're doing well health-wise. Shout out to Peg, taking good care of Artie. So let me tell you about Peg and Artie, Cody. So Artie had a heart attack, right? A mild heart attack. He's okay. They put a little stint in the heart. He's doing great. The next day, he called into the show.
From the hospital bed?
From the hospital, to give everyone an update and give some jet takes, too.
That's incredible.
It's just
That's
unreal.
fantastic.
I saw Artie's signed Garrett Wilson helmet that he won in a raffle arrived today. Artie posted that in the Discord. But thank you guys for the super chat. You're both in the raffle for the Curtis Martin jersey for 2.
I don't know if that is a positive for the Jake Asman show, and that, like, it can help you heal, or if maybe watching your show helped cause it, and, like, that's a negative. I'm going to go with the former, not the latter. It's like it'll help you heal after something like that.
I looked at it like if the Jets didn't kill Artie, there was no way that, just a random heart attack was gonna get him in February.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Now, I'm being asked in the chat, and I was going to bring this up to you. Ask Cody about Davis Mills, because I told you over lunch today, I get asked about Davis Mills all the time. My perception was I don't think the Texans are going to trade him because they're all in to win now. If Stroud poops his pants again, at least Mills has proven to be a capable backup who can come in and play a couple games, and you're not screwed. Am I off base on that assessment? Give us the breakdown on Davis Mills.
You'd have to absolutely blow the Texans away. And it's not like they're light on draft capital. The Texans have an additional second and an additional 4th round pick because of the Laramie Tunsil trade. And so if they were light on capital, maybe you're trying to move Davis Mills. Maybe you're trying to put him on another team and pick up some draft capital, but you're not. The Texans have plenty of draft capital. And to your point, if CJ Stroud comes back from this offseason and he doesn't look good in the first 2, 3, 4 games of the season, like you might have to pull the plug and try to maximize the season with Davis Mills. And Mills is far less threatening to CJ Stroud than if, say, let's just play a game and say Geno Smith was the backup. It's like Davis Mills behind me, I'm not looking over my back if I'm CJ Stroud at all. If Geno Smith was behind me, maybe it rattles my confidence. Maybe I don't come into the season with the same gumption because the organization doesn't believe in me that much. Like if stuff goes unchanged in the quarterback room for the Texans, then it won't rattle Stroud at all. Like you got Davis Mills behind you. You know you're better than Davis Mills. He is a better football player than Davis Mills. And from the Texans standpoint, they've got to have Mills in case something happens to Stroud.
What would be the cost if they were to entertain it?
I mean,
is it a day 2 pick?
I would think it's probably a very, very high third rounder or a second rounder. They spent a third round pick on him all those years ago. He's one of the better, like go look at backup quarterbacks across the league. Like
we know. We've been discussing them ad nauseum on the show.
He's got to easily be in the top 10 of backup quarterbacks. And heck, they started a winning streak that didn't end until Stroud pooped his pants in New England against the Patriots with Davis Mills. And we're able to kind of keep it rolling, keep things alive, keep the season alive with him while Stroud was down with a concussion. So he's a solid player. I think they would probably want a second-round pick. Most people probably wouldn't want to pay that. So you're at an impasse right away.
And C.J. Stroud, rumors of him being available, you buying it?
I would be my jaw would hit the floor if they moved him because there's no guaranteed better than CJ Stroud option out there. Like if there was a Sam Darnold, if there was a for sure upgrade, if there was a Goff Stafford scenario to be had, sure you would do it. There's not. Like the Cowboys aren't trading you Dak Prescott.
Do you want Justin Fields?
No. You don't want Justin Fields. You just think about any veteran quarterback around the league that you know is better than CJ Stroud. Like they're not available for trade. So there's no Goff Stafford, copycat deal. And there's no like guaranteed upgrade. So you try to maximize the best you can with CJ Stroud. And if he makes it look really, really bad to start the year, then you've got Davis Mills on the roster and you go to him and you try to salvage the season.
Shout out to the great Mike Dems for being the first to gift a membership during today's afternoon stream. Mike, this is for you. I'm going to give you a good drop since Cody's watching here, so we got to give him something good.
The Jet fans getting a little crazy.
Oh, yeah, baby. Things are happening, man. Cody, wake up.
Get your heads out of your asses.
It's happening. We're giving away a Curtis Martin jersey on the show. People.
That's fantastic.
Hall of Famer Curtis Martin, the number 28, retired in Jet lore. I have to ask you about the playoff game. Sorry to bring up bad memories here.
Real quick, Curtis Martin, unstoppable.
NFL Blitz?
In Blitz 2000.
Yeah, I knew you were going
unstoppable.
I destroyed D'Amico for not going to Mills for the second half of that game.
Sure.
Were most people on my side? Where were you watching it? Like, what is the reaction, the fallout from that game that Stroud played the whole way?
I do not believe Davis Mills would have won them that game the further I get away from it, but he certainly had a better chance to win them the game in the second half than CJ Stroud did. You throw 4 interceptions in the first half. I don't know how you can go to that player confidently. And I very much believe this. No one's just told me this, but I very much believe that first drive out of halftime was going to decide if Stroud got the rest of the half or if Stroud was benched. And they got all the way down to the red zone. He made a bad throw on third down that was nearly intercepted. They settled for a field goal, but it was points. And so with that, he got the opportunity to finish the game. I would have gone to Mills at halftime. Stroud's mentality and how he feels be damned. I'm trying to win that football game. And then maybe I'd have figured it out for whatever Denver throws at them. But I would have been worried that Stroud was going to continue to make mistakes, continue to play poorly. And yes, he played better in the second half. It was hard to play worse.
Leon says, would the Texans be in on Breece Hall? Ask Cody.
If he gets franchise tag, no. If he hit true free agency, I 2 years ago they chased Saquon Barkley, and if you believe the reports, had a better financial offer on the table to Saquon Barkley. he ultimately picked the Philadelphia Eagles, 1, to stick it to the Giants, 2, he wanted to stay in state. And the Texans reportedly had a higher financial offer to Barkley. So they have chased expensive running backs before. Breece Hall fits exactly what they do, clear-cut path to the number 1 spot in the running back room. So, yeah, they'd spend some money. They don't have as much money as all these other teams. They can create, I think, about $55, $60 million in cap space pretty easily. But, that's for doing everything. They certainly don't have as much financial movement. But, yes, they'd be in on Breece Hall if he hit true free agents.
So franchise tags, $14.53 million. Obviously, if he's tagged, the Jets would have his rights. The transition tag, that was interesting. For a running back, it's worth $11.72 million. If Breece and the Texans agreed to a deal, the Jets could either match it. Otherwise, Breece would have to play on that tag for $3 million less than the actual franchise tag. Do you think if the Jets use the transition tag, Houston would still be interested?
Yeah, I do. The transition tag, you probably have at least a conversation and see if maybe – obviously financially the Jets can match whatever the Texans would offer. Maybe you could adjust it, set it up so that the Jets maybe wouldn't want to, but they seem to be in favor of keeping him in the building in any manner possible. So I would think that they'll beat out the Texans if it comes to spending dollars on the guy.
Last chance to get a question to Cody. Anything draft related, throw it in. M. Villette wants to know, is the combine in Afghanistan? Man, I know the internet is bad, but geez, it's not as bad as what it was for me at the Senior Bowl. I mean, you at least could see the Airbnb behind us. I mean, at the Senior Bowl, you got nothing.
What's going on here? Why is it somebody feed that hamster? He's got to run faster.
You're going live after me tonight, so you're gonna have to be dealing with the same thing potentially.
Here we go.
Who knows? What's weird is it says excellent on our Cody could vouch for it. It says excellent on the YouTube studio where we kind of monitor everything, but
technology's lying to you, shocker.
Yeah,
you can't believe anything you see. Actually, what you're seeing right now is AI.
None of it's real. Yo Holmes writes in, Jake, why hasn't Cody been on more? A lot better than some of these self-proclaimed insiders.
Wow.
Well, Cody's busy every time I'm live for the afternoon stream. Cody's live on his show.
Yeah, I mean, Jake knows the number. If he send the bat signal out, you can get. I'm not quite Batman, probably more Fat Man, but. If you have like a Fat Man bat signal, throw it out there. I can come on.
Light Grenade writes in, I'm a little late. Is my internet bad or is Jake filming through a potato?
I tell you what, the people are not going to – you make a mistake or something's out of your control, it doesn't matter. The people are not going to let you live it down.
Oh, this chat forgets nothing.
Yeah.
They see all. Chicken Jenkins writes in, put Beast on. I want to see Cody's face. Have you ever interacted with the great Beast Breaker?
I don't think I've ever interacted with him, but I'm familiar with the lore, if you will.
Well, I'll give you some lore.
Oh,
how about some more lore?
Fucking diarrhea, cha-cha-cha.
And even more lore.
Woo, woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo.
And certainly last, but certainly not least.
You tell me how crazy I am. I just took 4 chair headshots.
Hey, Beast, you there? Cody wants to say hello.
I was going downstairs to go get myself a little action.
Action?
Little action.
What are we working with here? Oh.
Little garlic parmesan.
Oh, wow. Garlic parmesan chips?
Also, they have the brand new and improved.
Look at his attic. The global studio headquarters.
The new Oreo.
Oh.
How many are you putting down right now, Beast?
This baby right here is brand new.
How many are you gonna eat?
Well, it depends.
Who tastes better? Iron Man?
Baby. This is a special. You know how hard this is? You only get them once in a lifetime. And you know where they're from? Marvel. Marvel's my sponsor. Capcom's also my sponsor. DC Comics? Nah. Not my thing. It's good. Now we're going to get down to wires. I keep hearing about this. 11 point something for Breece. No chance. He's not going anywhere. If anybody needs to go, it's Braylon Allen. After that Miami debacle, when we were on the road in Miami, he's got to go. I'm sorry. I like Isaiah. I don't mind him. I have no problem with Breece, but we need more running room, and we need more guys with an attitude. It's time. They need to hear this out loud and clear.
Now, Beast, let me tell you about Cody for a moment. Cody's also you were a huge wrestling guy.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Beast is an encyclopedia for wrestling. Anything that happened pre-1998, he's your guy.
Okay. Beast, what's the best WrestleMania match from WrestleMania 13?
The best one, Bret the Hitman Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin in a first ever no disqualification match with Ken Shamrock as referee. And Ken Shamrock was tough. I liked when Shamrock would say, "Steve, do you give up? If you do not answer me now, I'm going to stop the fight." And what happened to Stone Cold? He passed out. Loss of blood. That's what happened to Austin. Taker took on Psycho Sid. Taker, World Wrestling Federation champion, second time. Without Paul Bear.
I got a deep cut here for you, Beast. Who was the honorary member of Legion of Doom for the street fight in that WrestleMania?
You have to. Here's the thing. Ahmed Johnson was already welcomed into Legion of Doom because at the time,
right? I don't know.
1997 was a very, very strange year because WCW and ECW were kicking the crap out of the WWF because the WWF was more cartoonish. WCW and ECW were going real stuff, real deal. The NWO was the hot thing. The BWO and ECW was the hot thing. Also, ECW had their very first pay-per-view, Barely Legal. Where was it held? Philadelphia. The very first pay-per-view. And who won the ECW World Heavyweight title? The great Terry Funk. Bless his soul. Bless his soul. Terry Funk was one of the greatest of all time. Him and his brother, the great Dory Funk Jr., those are men. Those are men with honor. Even Terry Funk, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, he beat the likes of Harley Race, Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, Gene Kaniski. These were guys that I can imagine how hard it was when they traveled on the road.
Common Country writes it. Cody, believe it or not, Beast has hair on his head.
Yeah, I do.
He's got a little hawk mohawk.
Well, it's because of, let's see, there's several wrestlers that I've known over the years. Road Warrior Animal, I've met him. One of the other guys from the Eliminators, the great John Cronus. Yeah, that's right, John Cronus. Him and Perry Saturn were the deadliest tag team ECW had to offer. Before they came to ECW, they were in WAR in Japan. Look it up. WAR was one of the hottest things in Japan back in the day. And Japan was
one of the greats
for several things.
How does he not have a wrestling podcast?
So one of my listeners who does some social work for me, a guy named Dominic D'Angelo, I forget which wrestler he does a podcast with, but they've been trying to get Beast. Rob Van Dam.
Oh,
they've been trying to get Beast to call in to speak to Rob Van Dam, and Beast doesn't know how to call in. I'm like, you call into the show every day, figure it out.
Well, RVD would love to hear from you.
If they send me the link and everything on it, I will take care of it. But
he's a man's man, this Beast Breaker. I'm telling you.
I read, I write. I also do my own stuff. I am old school, very old school. Video games, movies, real life. See,
hey, Beast, how many world titles have you won? Tell Cody.
Over 35.
35 world titles.
35. And they're all in how many categories? Many different categories, including Hall of Famer. That's why get ready. And let me just say for 2026, we will succeed. We will succeed. We're not going down. You can hit us with a truck. You can hit us with a tank. You can hit us with everything else. We will succeed. I got gas right now. Oh.
There you go. So let me lift the curtain a little bit. I have a folder of just Beast cuts because he provides so much entertainment for the show. At any given time, I could just give you just a different cut.
Woo!
Okay.
Ka-ching! Ooh, sexy.
Do we stringing the cheese?
Also, hell of a bowler. He'll bring us to the bowling alley sometimes.
Why not? You know?
Put a camera on him.
Why not?
He's the ultimate man's man.
Well, he's got some more world championships to win, I guess.
That is true. Cody, I appreciate you hopping on the show, providing a unique perspective.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure when you're running around Radio Row, I'm just going to stick a mic in your face at some point this week, and we'll talk to you then.
Sure. Yeah, I got to go talk to all those defensive linemen and linebackers, and I'm sure I'll have some insight that I can provide for the Jets faithful at some point.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is Cody Stoots. Where can people find you?
Houston Football with Cody Stoots on YouTube, and then HOUfootball.com for the newsletter and the website, and SNL Texans Talk with myself and Landry Locker.
Check it out. He's Cody. HOU Football. Follow him on social media. I'm going to take a quick break. We'll come back, get to your calls, plus PFF has a 3-round Jets mock that's out, and I want to break that down for everyone. And we have the raffle for the Curtis Martin signed jersey at the end of the show. Back right after this.
As far as the famous Storms go, I would rank Storm Duck as number 3. Jason Allen Storm is number 2.
Do I look like a duck to you? Go fuck yourself.
You have no self-control, or you don't have the intelligence to execute the plan. He's got 4 chins. He doesn't have a shirt that fits him. He's built like a snowman.
You can't win!
Give me my Lambo keys. Get the hell out of my house. I can't win? You got this $1 million mansion in the Philly suburb. Get the hell out of my house.
Why can't you change your thinking? Everybody else does.
I can beat somebody. Look at the car you're driving. Look at the house you're living in. Me, that's me. I did that. My blood, sweat, and tears. Me.
Don't do this.
Like, you don't get to be down for the victory ride if you're not down for the climb. Like, get the hell out. You married a fighter. I will protect you.
Yes, you can.
I got you, okay? You build up my spirits when I don't want to go to the gym, when I don't want to work. Why did you marry a fighter? I was paid to fight. You pay me, I will fight you. That's the deal. You don't think I can win? Get the hell out of my house. Like, what are you here for?
You can't win!
If you're not pissed off as a Jet fan, I don't know what the hell you're watching. I don't know what the hell you're being positive about. I don't want to hear nothing positive. Not today. Year after year, the same bullshit. All you do is talk. Let me tell you something, Tony. Your fried fish is going down, baby, and y'all don't get no win against us. None this season, because y'all some trash. J-Tips. Just.
I got gas right now.
Beast Breaker is eating his first ever salad, folks.
The Gary, eat more salads, man.
Now, they're saying that that's not actually a salad here. A couple comments for you to respond to. Dana says, how the hell is that a salad with no green in it? I don't see any green. Where's the green?
I did watch. You want to go see?
Where's he?
1, 2, 3, and 4.
He just told us his pin.
That is the sexiest thing you're ever going to see.
Okay, dickwad.
Dickwad, you are a moron. You're a fat,
Listen,
stupid
take my
idiot.
fist
That's
or this
all you
baseball
are.
bat, grab
You're
it right down your
fat,
goddamn
you're
visible
stupid, you're lazy, you're dumb.
fucking
All
top
those
to bottom.
qualities
Hey,
for you.
Shut the fuck up when I speak to you, dickbag.
Beast, you are a moron. I hope Jake and that idiot Gator are paying you very well. I really do.
You make Josh Allen look great on a planet place.
Beast, you are an idiot. You're always going to be an idiot.
I could not watch the whole game.
Is it true you didn't watch any of the game?
Running up and down the damn stairs, doing laundry, and also doing the art.
You claim to be a huge Jet fan. You're doing laundry during the game? You know you called it to a football show, right?
We know that.
But you didn't watch the football game. Tell us what happened on the Jets' first drive on 3rd down, the big play that happened there.
Yo, I had blood work done 72 hours ago. You don't
Yeah,
think
but
I don't
24 hours ago.
I got a fucking problem.
First drive for the Jets, offensively, 3rd down. What happened?
I will report this to the FCC and the ASPCA. You can take this picture and shove it. Oh. I ain't fucking it. I gotta. Oh. I fucking. Nobody gives a shit. I fucking got gas right now. Oh.
Over the course of the month, Neil regaled the chat with incredible stories, including women in basements making tomato sauce, old road rage incidents.
Oh, I'm flying. He cuts me off. spits at me. Him and I start wrestling, this guy, and he swings at me and knocks my cigar out of my mouth. My wife, I see a fist come out of the window and boom, he hits the guy like this. While I was picking up my cigar, my wife starts screaming at him, "You get back in your goddamn car, how dare you spit!" This guy ran, and their cigar was still there lit.
A time when he was tasked with skinning a goat. And of course, the good old days when the Jets didn't suck.
When Belichick was coaching the defense, he would go on the field and say, "You moron, stand right here and don't move. When this play comes, you stand here." If they just stood where they were supposed to, the ball hit them in the hands. That's how intricate his defenses were.
He did have a few interesting takes when he was convinced that once players go pro, they get handed a giant bag of drugs and steroids.
When you become a pro player, they give you a big bag of drugs, steroids, and all this other shit. If we don't get an over in this game, you could make me do anything you want and I'll do it.
Neil didn't avoid controversy, however, as he was accused of being the sole reason the Jets did not beat the Bills in Week 2 because he didn't hump a Josh Allen jersey at the tailgate.
I got to hump a Josh Allen jersey.
Oh, this is what I'm going to do to you all season, little bitches.
He promised to do so, but he broke that promise, and Jet fans' hearts everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back live from my Airbnb. Thank you to Cody Stoots for joining us. As Maniac Madness is upon us, so always good to reminisce about some of the best moments from the show over the past year. And look, Selection Sunday is this Sunday, baby. We're going to do probably a Sunday night I'm targeting. In fact, I'm not targeting. I'll officially make it known. Sunday night, as Maniac Madness Selection Show is coming your way. Get ready, baby. It is happening. Going to get to your calls coming up shortly, but I did have in the thumbnail reaction to a mock draft all about PFF releasing a 3-round mock. So let me cover that real quick, and then, of course, we'll get to your calls, and I want to make sure that we get to the raffle at the end of the show. I'd be remiss if I didn't shout out Tom Roseman, who's the latest to gift a channel membership. Tom, appreciate you. This is for you. So I don't need to spend a ton of time with this mock here, but I want to take you right to the beginning because the Jets at number 2 after Fernando Mendoza goes 1. You see who they pick? They pick a safety. They pick Caleb Downs. I'm telling you, this is going to start to become very interesting. If Downs dominates the combine, I think he's going to interview really well. I think he's going to be in play at number 2. Even in the story here from PFF, Downs notched an 85-plus PFF overall grade in each of the past 3 years and is firmly in the conversation as the best overall player in the draft. Again, if it's just pure football player, you could argue he's number 1. The Jets, I think, will be intrigued knowing they also have pick 16. And again, the example we could use is Kyle Hamilton and his impact with the Ravens. How much earlier would Kyle Hamilton go in a redo of the 2020 NFL draft? Would he not go before Sauce, potentially? Right? I'm just saying, I like Downs a lot. I don't know if I'm ready to put him at 2, but I could see it happening. The other pick by the Jets at 16, you could kind of see PFF spoiled it here, is Peter Woods from Clemson. If this was a year ago, this would be a no-brainer pick. He didn't have the best year, from my understanding, but he's still really good, and he's obviously a need. He's coming off his lowest graded season in 3 years, according to his PFF grade, but this guy is a stud. And I do think with Carl Dunbar coaching him, there is a chance for him to truly break out. I wouldn't hate this if they took him. I'm not in love with it. I'd much rather a receiver. But Peter Woods at 16, I know Buffalo Jet fans probably loving this. Now, the other picks I want to highlight here, because in this mock, Tai Simpson doesn't go. So that means Tai Simpson would be on the board for the Jets. Actually, you know what? I was thinking of a different mock. Tai Simpson went all the way at number 29. But the Jets could have had him at 16 and they passed on him. I want to get to pick 33. Pick 33, the Jets took linebacker C.J. Allen from Georgia. Linebacker, C.J. Allen, Georgia, pick 33. No issue whatsoever. I was watching some highlights of Allen the other day. I think he's one of the better linebackers in this class. Is he the best? I think Sonny Styles is the best linebacker in the class. But as I'm starting to kind of do some of the draft evals here and kind of formulate my own opinions on guys that could be a Jet, I look at C.J. Allen, and I think he's exactly what the Jets have been missing. 6'1", man-heavy will linebacker. That is exactly what they desperately need to run whatever version of Glenn's defense we're going to see. He's dense. He's a shot out of a cannon. He's got great closing speed. He's a consistent tackler. His missed tackle rate I don't have 2025, but 2024 was just 6%. He plays outside the numbers. I like the pick a lot. Now, I prefer the Jets to trade out of one of these spots. I want extra picks. But C.J. Allen at 33, no issue if the Jets made that pick. Now, they pick again at 44. So who do the Jets select? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Edge, Akeem Mesidor from Miami. I don't know if Mesidor makes it to 44. I've seen some people project him to go in round 1. But this would be a fantastic mock draft, would it not? If you tell me the Jets leave the draft with 4 guys that all fix their defense, and then maybe they spent in free agency at number 2 wide receiver? Maybe they made a trade for a wide receiver. I don't know. But if you want to fix the defense, I should reword it. This would be a wild mock. This would be a mock where you have, your defense seemingly being solved. But I don't know if the Jets are going to invest all 4 picks on defense. But I thought this was a wild mock because this is what it could look like potentially if they did do exactly that. Comments, questions, super chats, or cut the line. I'm trying to figure out why the internet connection is not working great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off my camera, and I'm going to see if maybe if I do a little reset here, that will help the connection. Because it's weird how everything else looks fine, but not my camera. Stand by, people. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. We're going to figure this out. All right? Because there's got to be a way to make the connection a little better before we start to get to some of your outstanding calls here on the show. This will not be a full commercial break. This will be about a minute, and then I'll be right back.
Hey, look, soy boy. Do I need to remind you where you came from, Estevato, with those ugly up cornrows?
You act like a child because you still haven't hit puberty. When was the last time you took a shower? When are you going to get a new T-shirt on? Did you brush your teeth this morning?
Because I look twice as sexy than your sorry ass. You filthy little degenerate. You're a straight up asshole. Have you ever been in a mosh pit?
Answer a question. Your inability to stay focused whatsoever, combined with being 200 pounds overweight, not being able to get out of your house. Do you think that's related to your diet or not?
You really got some balls, don't you, you little bastard?
I'm asking you a question. Do you think it's related to your diet? Yes or no?
I look good. I look just as good. All you're just doing is blowing smoke up my ass, act like you're God's gift to the United States. When it comes to 4th down, you punt the ball. On 4th down, what I do, I like to ram it down people's throats. That's my job.
Right? You're a young man. You're the same age as me. I think you're younger than me. You don't need to live this way. You really don't.
I got to deal with one guy that looks like a fruitcake from the Eddie Murphy movie when Eddie Murphy said, "One of them dry knocks and they some shit lost."
Even though you look like a butterball turkey, I do love you.
What the hell did you say, clown boy?
Makes you laugh every time. A butter bean or butterball turkey. JJ, we haven't heard from JJ in a while since he reneged on his bet. Is JJ going to call in? Do we get a JJ call anytime soon, folks? Does it happen? I don't know. I don't know the answer to said question. I do know that my StreamYard now is glitching. This is why I don't like doing shows that aren't on hardwire internet. Let me get to the super chat here from Mace B. Mace B, thank you for supporting the show. By the way, all super chats go to the St. Elmo's for Dinner Fund, so I appreciate you, Mace B. Campbell and Shanahan started with 2 losing seasons. Any path for Glenn to get the same? Can't see 7 wins with this tough of a schedule. Well, I mean, if they win 7, I think there's a chance he's back. He's going to have to show real improvement, though, right? What is Glenn in control of? The defense. Can you fix the defense this year? Right? Can the offense be respectable with your coaching hire of Frank Reich and whatever veteran that they add to the room? Like, again, I don't think any Jet fan is going to say Aaron Glenn has to make the playoffs or he's fired, but there's got to be noticeable improvement. Like, it can't look like the way it just did. That's not good enough. It's got to be a lot better. And I think any like pie in the sky Jet fan can acknowledge that year 1 was not good enough. Apparently the connection looks a lot better. So we're making progress here. I'm trying to do some things behind the scenes on my end to help things. Dave Brigham wants to know, is JJ eligible for Asmaniac Madness? Yes, he's called within the last 3 months. Will he win? I don't know. That's for the committee to decide. All right, let's get to some calls, shall we? I'm excited about this one. Got a great email from this guy earlier today. He said he was going to call in to share the story. TriStar Jet bats lead off on our show. What's up, TriStar?
What's going on, buddy?
How are you, man?
Hey, I'm good, man. So, backstory real quick. I live about 30 miles outside of Nashville, and my parents came up for the weekend for my daughter's birthday, and they went to Kid Rock's bar for their anniversary dinner or whatever. They were in Nashville for dinner, and at the bar at 6:30 p.m. was a drunk Rex Ryan in the corner, and my dad, being a diehard Jet fan, that's who cursed me with it. He went up to him. He's like, man, do you have a chance to get this picture? And I don't know if you got the picture pulled up. I don't care if you show it or not. I don't think they would care. But of course, Rex was like, of course, man, of course. And my dad, God bless his heart, he's like, yeah, we really need you back, Rex. We really need you in there. And he's like, yeah, I know. He said, but you know what? My son's going to be damn good at his job. And we're like, and my dad's like, yeah, we know, but we really miss you. I thought that was pretty cool.
Well, a great photo. I'm glad you sent it to me. And what I love about the photo so much, Rex in Nashville, 6:30, hanging out, having a good time, and he's rocking Jets gear. That's the best part of the photo.
He didn't give a shit. He said, I don't care who recognizes me. I'm out here having a good time. So I thought that was pretty wild.
I love it. Rex's veneers look amazing.
I know. For an older guy, usually they're like, oh, man, you don't need to go with the fake look, but they look good on Rex. So, but yeah, man, I thought that was pretty cool. I got to share that with Jake. I thought that was wild.
Did your dad call you? Be like, hey, come to the bar. Come meet Rex.
Send it to the family group chat. I'm like, what the hell, Sexy Rexy? He's like, yeah, he was at Kid Rock's bar, and he was drunk at 6:30. I was like, oh my God. So I thought that was pretty wild.
Man, that's an awesome story. I'm glad. I guess Rex, does he live in Nashville? Is that his off-season home when he's not on TV?
I thought he lived in Jersey area because, or I don't know, where's ESPN headquarters at? Isn't it out of the city?
Well, it's during the year they're from a New York City studio, but I wonder because I know he had a home in Nashville, so I'm guessing that's where he still lives. I don't think he has his house in Jersey anymore.
I got you. No, I didn't know that. That's freaking wild, though. I'd love to see him someday. I was so jealous. It's like, man, I'm stuck at home, and you get to meet Rex. So I thought that was pretty cool. I had to share it with Asmaniacs, of course. And with that, that actually brings me to my first point. What do we got to do to get you in Nashville for the meetup? We got to do it, man, because you said last year it was in the top 3 or whatever, and it was a great time. I mean, we got to freaking win. We got to get you back here.
I'll tell you what, it really just depends on the date, TriStar. I think Nashville would be an amazing city for the Asmaniac meetup. I mean, you could speak to it. It's just a matter of, does that game fall in September or early October when we want to do it? My goal is to do the meetup when the Jet season's still relevant and in a city where the weather's great, right? So I don't want to do, like, if they play the Titans in December, chances are the Jets are done at that point. I don't think we're going to be able to get a big crowd that wants to spend money to go see them. So it's got to be early enough in the year where there's still enough excitement, and it's got to be in a city with decent weather.
No, and I agree. And I think it was you that said that your predictions there are going to be week 1 in Nashville. I was like, man, I agree 100%. I mean, just for the Saleh factor, and I don't know, it'd be a pretty good game, I think, just with the unknown, kind of like how we almost surprised the Steelers, but I think we'd be able to surprise the Titans week 1 if we did play them. So, but yeah, I had to share that, guys, with you. A couple more things. Who's going to tell Beast that wrestling's fake? Because I'm not going to be the one to do it. Well, maybe I would be the one because I don't like him, but.
You're not a Beast fan?
I'm not a Beast fan, no. I can't stand him.
Really?
He claims he's a man of God and a Christian, and then he's got 666 in his name. I just don't. That doesn't really make sense to me. So.
You make some interesting points. Should I let the Beast respond?
Yeah, please do. I'd love to talk to him.
Beast?
Hey, asshole! I don't think you want to go there because you're playing with the wrong person, pal. I got over 35 belts. I'm already a worldwide leader, and unlike you, asshole, you need to shut your pie hole and listen to a real champion. See, I've been around the block. You haven't. You haven't learned a damn thing. So why don't you go back to school and get a better education, you uneducated reject? See, if you want to step on my level and get in my world, I don't think you'll last not even 10 minutes, not even in my league, buddy boy. You wouldn't survive. The only thing you'll be surviving on is if your head is still on your own head by the time you get out.
Okay.
As long
as you don't sit on me, I think I'll be good.
the only thing I can do is crush you like a water.
I think you would. I think you crush anybody.
Beast, have you thought about maybe trying to get along with people instead of always being so combative?
Well, people are gonna have to learn, reality from fantasy. Let's if you want to be educated and you want to earn achievement, knock on my door first. But if you can't stand the heat, get out my kitchen.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Take a walk, Vato.
I don't even know what that means. Jake, can you translate for me?
I'm not sure what language you speak.
You remind me of the Southern Democrats, the ones that like to act like
all
they're
right. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like you two aren't going to see eye to eye on this one.
No, especially when he calls himself Tom Homan in the chat, and I'm like, "Beast, you're really making us look bad, buddy. Just please shut up, please." So I appreciate you, Jake.
TriStar, great call, man, and shout out to your dad. Tell him we all say that's awesome.
Yes, sir. Hey, one more thing, real quick. I don't want to get too far. I've got Beast in my backyard. I don't know if you see him. Let's see, Mr. Oinkers. You see him? Look at Beast running. Holy shit! Look at him go. Oh my God! Look at him.
Wow.
Bruce, look at Beast. Look at him. Peace out, buddy.
TriStar, well done, sir.
Thanks,
well done.
You tell me how crazy I am. I just took 4 chair headshots.
Great call by TriStar. There's a guy named Joe that would be up next. I don't see a camera, though. Joe, get that camera on, and I'll come to you. I do have a Joseph who's got a camera on, though. He's next. Hello, Joseph. Joseph, do you hear me? So you hear me. We can't hear you. Call back, Joseph. I'll put you right on. In the meantime, let's check in with a man who is revered by many in this community. We call him the Lane Train.
Hi, how are you? Breece Hall. That's good. Hi, Jake.
Hey, Lane.
So, how do you feel about the mock draft?
I wouldn't love going all defense, but it would fix the defense.
Really? Who do the Jets draft?
Your guess is as good as mine right now, Lane.
Yeah, I mean, Mendoza's not going to the Jets. I have to tell you that. He's going to the Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think they want him because he's like too good. So Jets have Selwood. They have yeah, I don't know about Aaron Glenn. Really
I'm not convinced either, Lane. I have concerns.
Because he didn't do good last year.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
And let me see what else. And I like what Beast did. And he was fighting with the other guy. I think I was cracking up during it.
TriStar?
Yeah, it was so funny. Yeah.
What did you think of TriStar's petting zoo he had in his backyard, Lane?
He had a big animal over there. He was running.
It looked like a pig.
Yeah. So how is everything with you, Jake, in the meantime?
Good. I'm in Indianapolis this week.
Oh, really? Are you down there?
Yeah, I'm here for the NFL Combine. I'm going to go to St. Elmo's Steakhouse tonight for dinner.
Really? Are you going to have a steak or
I am. I think I'm going to have both. What do you think I should get?
Steak and potatoes, or maybe start out with a salad, and then.
Gary says salads are trying to kill me, though. I don't know if I want to do that.
Oh, Gary? Oh, you said. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know who. I mean, you have every NFL team for the mock draft for each, like for the Giants also. So we have to see what happens.
Hey, Lane, what's your favorite side that you get with steak besides potatoes?
I'd probably get like salad with it, like or a sweet potato.
Ooh. How about any broccoli?
I like broccoli. If it's like as long as it's not too like steamed, like I don't
Brussels
like it.
sprouts?
Yeah, those are good.
Mac and cheese?
No, I don't like mac and cheese.
Really?
No, because but I mean, like talking, and then like the Jets got another player. I heard last week they signed somebody else.
Who'd they sign?
I forgot his name. He came from somewhere.
Knoble?
No, not Knoble. I don't know if he's like coordinator, but they went after somebody else.
A player or a coach?
A coach. They went after another coach actually.
Have you thought about coaching the Jets, Lane?
I have to see for next year if they really want me.
Well, why wouldn't they? You offer a lot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll coach. I just gotta call up Woody Johnson.
What would you say to him?
Woody Johnson, do you want me to coach? I would like to coach for the Jets actually. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to call him because I haven't talked to you in a while. Yeah, and that Super Bowl game was good that I watched.
It was a bit of a blowout.
Yeah, I know. I knew that they were gonna win.
Did you?
If
Are you
the
a
Bucs
fortune
were
teller,
gonna-
Lane?
Yeah.
Are you a fortune teller?
Like I'm talking to. Oh, so I'm actually talking to Jake.
What are you putting in
on
the fridge there,
phone.
Lane?
Well, I had to clean up the chicken actually. It fell.
Really?
Yeah. All right. So thank you for taking my call.
Lane,
And,
anytime. Hey, get ready
uh,
for Asmaniac Madness, Lane. Sunday night, you find out who you're playing.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see. Yeah, this Sunday.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Bye.
All right, bye, Lane.
Hi. Sorry, everybody. See you next call when we talk about sports again.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Lane train. All right, back to Joseph. Hopefully, we can hear him this time. Hello, Joseph.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Can you hear me? Yes, I got you.
Yeah. Awesome. I feel like Max now.
Yeah.
So I did a mock draft, and I just I know this is like hypothetical and crap and all that, but I had the Bengals in the mock draft traded up from the 10 to the 2 spot for the offensive tackle that Arizona might take in their draft. And we got like 2 seconds. I got 2 seconds this year, next year's, and a third. And then I was like, huh. All right, Caleb Downs is still there. So I got Downs, and then I traded with the Dallas Cowboys. I gave them back their second, the Bengals second, and next year's second for their 12. I don't know if they would actually do that in real life, but and then I got Styles. And then Clemens was there at the 16th overall pick, and I was like, damn, this is awesome if the Jets could do this.
Who was there at 16?
The wide receiver. What's his name?
Makai Lemon?
Yeah, Lemon. Sorry, Clemens Lemon. Jesus. But yeah,
So,
I was like,
you did a mock draft where the Jets got Downs, they got Styles, and they got Lemon.
yeah, and I did it
They
like
still would have their 3 first-round picks in 2027.
correct.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Darren Muji and you could pull that off, you could be GM for the next 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. And like I did the points conversion chart too, and it was like pretty close. It was 1,200 for the Dallas pick, and it was the 460 and 490 for the seconds this year. And then the pick next year was like 175, and then I was like, all right, throw in a third somewhere. But it was right there. I was like, man, if they could pull this off, like that'd be freaking awesome.
Well, the problem is, I just don't see anyone coming all the way up to 2 for 11.
I don't either.
So
I don't
the
either.
trade will be dead there. But if Cincinnati wanted to do it, God bless them. I'd do that deal in a second.
Yeah, I agree. Anyway, so I was just talking about mock drafts, and I also wanted to tell you something. I own a house in Dauphin Island, Alabama, and I know it's like 40 minutes from Mobile, but I was letting you know that maybe next year, if you're going to Mobile and you're willing to do the distance, I can throw in the house for free for you and whoever stays there.
What
So
a legend, Joseph. That's
yeah. I was like, man, he's right there. I was like, it's a 40-minute drive, but I would throw in. It's and in this time of the year, it's the off season, so nobody wants to rent it, and I would throw. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, full kitchen, everything. So
Yeah, but 40 minutes is not terribly far. I don't know if Dom and Dylan want to do that. I mean, they might save that kind of coin, but who knows? It's very nice of you, though. Either way, man. Appreciate that.
yeah. Well, thank you so much for everything, and have fun in Indianapolis.
I appreciate it, Joseph. Call in more. You always have good calls when you do.
Thank you. I will.
Joseph checking in. We could hear him loud and clear. Good stuff from him. Keep it rolling here. Reminder for those of you tuning in late, we're in Indy all week, so that's first and foremost. We'll be live following Glenn and Muji speaking tomorrow, so figure a show around 2-ish is when the second live stream will be. I'm going to try and squeeze in a show in the morning before they speak, kind of set the scene from Indy, but we're going to have live content on the channel throughout the week, so make sure you're subscribed. I don't know why the Wi-Fi makes it look like I'm doing this from a potato phone here, but apparently all the callers have decent connection. So apologies for that, folks. I don't know. I reset the StreamYard. I haven't quite figured out what the issue is, but at least you guys could hear me, which is the most important thing. Jay writes in, best thing at St. Elmo's is the shrimp cocktail. Too bad you're allergic. I know. That is the famous shrimp cocktail that everyone always gets, but I can't have any. But I will be having a steak tonight, so I'm looking forward to that. Ladies and gentlemen, more of your calls. Petey is up next. What's up, Petey?
Yo, Jake, still digging out, man. How you doing?
Oh, man, how's the snow treating you? Brutal?
I had to pay somebody, man. That's how bad it is.
Man, what do they charge these days, kids nowadays?
I didn't pay a kid, but
you got professionals.
Yeah, it was 2 bills.
Damn.
Yeah, it is what it is. Jake, real quick, enjoy your trip. What are you thinking about Breece? You think they're going to come to it? I think they're going to tag him, but I saw 4 years for 54. Even as much as I want to keep Breece, you can't pay him that. I mean, I could see $12 million a year, 3 for 36, but I know everybody's been talking, combine and draft, but they got to take care of this first, in my opinion. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think they're going to tag him as well. I'm okay giving Breece a 3-year deal with 2 of it guaranteed. I don't want to do 4 years for 3 if it's guaranteed, basically. It's kind of how I look at it. I like him. I don't love him. I think he's good. I don't want to create another hole. I think it behooves the Jets to get something done. You can't just let him leave for nothing. That'd be a complete misuse of a resource when you didn't trade him at the deadline and you had a 4th-round pick on the table.
Now, Jake, do you think they're going to do anything at receiver and free agency or, kind of wait for the draft?
I think they're going to sign someone, Petey. I do. I don't know the level of receiver. Like, could they sign Alec Pierce? That would surprise me. Could they sign Wan'Dale Robinson? I think that wouldn't surprise me. Could they sign?
I like Dobbs better, Jake, to be honest.
I like Dobbs too. If you told me they signed Dobbs and then they went into the year with Garrett, Dobbs, A.D. Mitchell, they draft someone, I'm good with that.
All right, Jake. Be well, man. Have a nice trip.
Petey, good luck with the snow, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm just thrilled I was able to get out of New York yesterday. I was on the last flight at JFK before the whole airport basically closed. So I got lucky. Took sitting on hold with Delta for 5 hours till 2 a.m. Saturday night to get onto that flight because the app was down so no one could switch to it. But I got lucky. Antoine Staley, Will, Nick, their flights got canceled. In fact, Nick was going to drive Will and Antoine, but it didn't work out. Nick is driving himself here. So he'll be here late tonight. It's an 11-hour drive from where Nick is in Queens to Indy, which is just insane. But the show must go on. So thankfully, I've been able to do our 2 shows today, even though the connection kind of looks like doo-doo. I'm going to try one more thing. If this doesn't work, well, we might be out of luck. Can't control the Airbnb Wi-Fi. But I have one more trick up my sleeve to try and fix things. If this doesn't work, well, then we're screwed. But I'm going to try it, and then we'll go from there. BRB in 1 minute.
My New York Jets, Woody owes me a hug. I hate this team. Will we ever win a game? I hate this team. Can we find a decent quarterback? I hate this team. These are the same old Jets, the worst team in professional sports. I hate this team.
Today's not your birthday?
I'm practicing for it.
Your birthday's Monday, though, Lane.
Yeah, but because of the Jews holiday, I can't have anybody over until after the following week.
Okay, so you're going to have cake today in preparation for your actual birthday.
Yeah.
Lane wants to say hi to you. It's his birthday in 2 days. He's practicing for it.
I'm trying to take care of a very big problem here that I don't deeply appreciate.
I mean, I like Mason.
Anthony Mason?
Yeah, Anthony Mason.
You're getting your ass kicked every fucking week. Damn it! I don't get it, but I'm not the head coach.
Like a little goat. That's not football! That's not a man! That's a bitch!
I'm done.
All right, let's see if this is a little better. Let me know in the chat if I still look like I'm on a potato phone or if the quality of the video connection's a little better. While I was trying to fix things, Derek the Jet fan gifted one channel membership to this elite one-of-one community. Let's go, Derek.
It's the Asmaniac membership raffle. For every membership gifted, you receive one ticket entered in the raffle to win epic prizes.
All right, apparently it looks a little better, I'm seeing in the comments. That's good. Doing the best we can here. A little troubleshooting on the fly. More of your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd imagine this guy is going to be a very, very high seed in Asmaniac Madness. It's time.
He's pointing. Garrett Box, point at you. Garrett Box, he point at you. Garrett Box, I'm pointing. I'm pointing. I'm pointing. I'm pointing. Garrett Box, point at you. I point.
There are now 3 world champions in that intro. Shout out to Brooklyn's own Shushu Carrington, who became the 3rd world champion in that intro. Xander Zayas, Abdullah Mason, and now Shushu Carrington. Shout out.
Look at that hair of yours today.
Oh, yeah. I just got it cut today. See, look how short it is.
You look good.
Yeah, I don't like it, but it got too long, and then I had him cut it short, so I don't have to get it cut again for a while. But now I just want my braids back, but now it's too short to braid.
What does your wife think? Or do you not value her opinion because she's a woman?
No, on my hair, I value my wife's opinion on my hair. She's okay with it. She likes it better with the braids.
Does she?
Yeah. She likes it better with the braids. The braids look good. You guys can make fun of them, and you can act like my hair is not luxurious when you know that it is.
I'm not making fun of it. I just find it fascinating that you care about her opinion on that.
On my hair? Yeah, she also like not this, but like when we go out somewhere, if we go to dinner, if we go to a wedding, if we go out, she dresses me too. I can't dress myself. I look like a 4th grader on field day. I can't dress myself. But I got totally. I wanted to ask your guest, the college football guy, Cody, the tech guy, where he thought Simpson was going to go. Did you see the PFF mock that they just dropped?
Well, I'm talking. They drop one every day, so I don't know what.
I just got an email while I was on hold. Like I just saw it. They had Tai Simpson going 34 in the 2nd round.
I saw that one. Yep.
They had the Jets. I like what they did with the Jets. They had Bain going 2, which I don't foresee. But then they had Anthony Hill in the 2nd round. They had Lemon at 16, and they had the safety from LSU going 33. I like what they did. I don't think Simpson's going to go 34. And I don't think Bain's going to go 2. I don't think it was realistic. But I like the draft. And the more and more I think it's going to be Reese 2. And it's going to be Lemon 16. Like I think that's what we're walking away with day one.
I don't know if Lemon's there at 16.
Do you think Tai Simpson's going to go in the top 15? You know what I'm saying? Like there's other receivers ahead of him, and they're like, I think Tai Simpson's going to go in the top 10, certainly by 15. So like,
we better hope he does, because that might help Lemon get there. Because I could see Lemon going to the Rams.
And then how do you feel about my boy Anthony Hill?
I like him. I defer to you on him because you watch them every game.
I like the pick in the 2nd round because initially, like when he went in the draft, they said he was going to be a 1st rounder. I was like, a 2nd round, I think is a much better fit for him. I guess the reason why he said he was only going to leave if he was going to be a first rounder. He ain't going to be like, I haven't never seen any mock that had him going. It's always the second round, right? Like I've never seen him go anywhere.
He could be pick 33 though. And that's basically an extension of the first round. He's going to be a high second round pick if he doesn't go round 1.
Pick. If we get him at, what is it, 41? Is that where we pick? Is that
44?
What is it, 44? We can get him there. That's great. I like what PFF did. I don't think it's like I know things change, but if I gave you even money on Reese, would you take it? Is it even money? Plus 100 money on.
Yeah,
Reese,
I think he's their pick by the time we get to April.
That's what I'm saying, which is fine. It's just like it's not sexy. Like you draft he's good, so it's fine. But you draft a linebacker at 2. It's not.
Well, you got to line him up as an edge though, and he's got to. I can't draft a linebacker at 2. I could draft a guy who could do both, but I'm going to say, hey, add 15 pounds and you're an edge rusher.
But then you change him. Is that what he is? Maybe. I
That's
don't
what
know.
Michael Parsons was. That's what Abdul Carter did the year before he became a stud pass rusher at Penn State when they used him differently. Like that's what his projection would be if you're taking him at 2. If they don't take him, then maybe they don't think that he could do that, or they think Bain is the safer pick.
Turn him into a legit pass rusher, then yeah, that's a really good pick. But I don't want to draft a guy at number 2 and then change who he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were taking him in the second round and trying to change what he does, or 31 or 30, like, okay, number 2 overall, I want an automatic. Number 2 overall, I want an automatic thing. And I don't. Like,
that doesn't exist. That doesn't exist in this though.
But I'm not advocating for Downs. If you take Downs, he's a good player. I'm not saying that we should. I'm just saying that's a good football player. If we take Jeremiah Love, that's a good. I'm not saying we should take those guys. I'm saying like those guys are good. Like how good are they? Who knows? But those are.
I think Bailey and Bain are still in play at 2 because Bailey, you're projecting. You already see he's an elite pass rusher. You know you're going to get 10 sacks a year from the minimum. Bain, I think Will Parkinson said this on his pod. Like Bain could be like Cam Jordan, who by the way took a random shot at the Jets today. I saw, which makes no sense. I don't know what the Jets did to Cam Jordan, but like very good player. Not great, but like very good and had a hell of a career for a long time. Like that might be Ruben Bain with the highest floor. So it's what do the Jets want? Do they want to go swing for the superstar? If Reese hits his peak, I think you could argue Arvell Reese is the superstar pick if they get the most out of him.
The other question I wanted to ask you about Tai Simpson. Like I'll ask you because you're the one sitting here. If you had to guess, looking at the draft order, where do you think? I don't know. I'm asking. I don't have an opinion. I just think it's going to be sooner rather than later, or someone will trade up for it. Who do you think takes him?
Miami at 11 is the earliest
Miami at
I
11?
see him going.
Okay.
Or the Rams at 13. Everyone says all the Rams, he sits behind. I don't think they would do it at 13. I think they do it with their own pick at the end of round 1 if he's there, or they don't take him at all. We love to find a spot for Tai Simpson. Are we sure that Tai Simpson's going in round 1? Like, again, he's not going to go 2. He's not going to go 3. He's not going to go 6.
And Cleveland does some dumb things. Cleveland does really dumb things, Jake. They really do.
But if you're Cleveland and you're taking another quarterback after you took Shador, like
they also took what's his name too, the little guy from Oregon, Dylan Gabriel. Yeah,
I don't know. I think it's a lot harder to find a spot for Tai Simpson than people realize. I don't think Pittsburgh's going to take him, so there goes that.
I think Miami at 11. I think that's where he goes. That's actually so. I think he falls out of the top 10 unless someone trades ahead of Miami, which I think is possible too. Right, because I think someone's going to trade up for him because like people are going to be willing to part. There's no great guys in this draft, so like if you're going to give me a second and your first to move up from like 13 to 10, I'll do it. I mean, I'm not. I don't feel like I'm missing out on a great player. So I do think someone's going to trade up, and the price is going to be as hefty as it usually is for trading a quarterback. So I do think someone's going to trade up to take Tai Simpson. Like there are a lot of people. I'm not one of them, but there were a lot of people who thought, and Chase Daniels is one of them, who thinks he's going to be really good. Like he's more upside than Mendoza. Like there are people that like him more than Mendoza. So like it only takes one to trade up for him and go get him. I do think he'll go no later than 11.
I don't know. 11 feels early. Again, he's coming off a year where he wasn't great for all of it, and he made 15 career starts. I feel like that's tough to sell at 11. If he had a great year, but it's only a 1-year sample size, well, okay, then you're right. But you have to really add nuance to the year he had if you're trying to sell yourself on Tai Simpson as a top 11 pick.
So then after Tai Simpson, who's the third quarterback taken, and what round does it come?
Well, Mel Kiper has Drew Aller as his number 3 quarterback. Some will say Nussmeier. Some will say Cole Payton. I don't think there is a QB3 right now that's a consensus. It feels like Mendoza 1, Simpson 2, and then after that, pick your flavor you like for who the third quarterback
Where did
is.
Kiper have Aller going, though? Like third round?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just saw I was out to lunch today, and it said on the graphic, Drew Aller, Mel Kiper's number 3 rated quarterback. It didn't say like where he was mocking him.
That's the only quarterback I would want for the Jets, and I wouldn't take. The Jets don't have a third round pick, so I would take him in the 4th. I don't know if that's really. I don't want one of the. I don't want Simpson. I don't want Mendoza. The only quarterback I actually want, considering where he might go, is Aller. So, I like Aller. There's a ton of upside. He's big. I think Aller's upside, and you guys aren't gonna love this, is like Jameis Winston. Like that's my kind of quarterback. That's. I
like
wouldn't
interceptions.
He's gonna throw some. I don't care about interceptions, but
they don't matter.
Not if you throw enough touchdowns. Did you watch the Ryan Garcia fight?
No, I saw some of the highlights of it, but I didn't see it live.
Ryan looked good. I told you Ryan was probably gonna win, but I wouldn't bet on him. Ryan, that was the best performance of his career. My boy Barrios.
When does he test positive for PEDs and gets the belt?
That was like whatever the test coming. I don't know how long Vegas takes a little longer. New York came in quick. There's my boy Barrios. See, he's like 19 there. No neck tattoos yet. That's my boy. That was painful to watch. But I kind of
when you
knew
take pictures of these guys, are you like I'm Gary 3D boxing?
I've known Barrios since he's an amateur. I know Barrios since like 16 years old.
Do you give him the point and be like I'm Gary 3D boxing?
Is it that weird to point? I'm actually not pointing at Barrios. We both got fists. See, that's him right there, in the corner, right next to Pernell. Me and Pernell Whitaker. It's me and Barrios right there.
I love that.
I did mitts with Barrios as a kid. When he was a kid, I gotta take this. My wife's called me twice. Hang on, come back. I got my wife's called.
Fantastic. See, Gary does listen to women. He stops whatever he's doing to go talk to his wife. That's a win for feminism, baby. By the way, Dave Briga and Gary on opposite ends of the Aller situation here. Briga says, Aller ain't it. Don't waste a pick. This guy needs massive development and then use a number 1 next year for a quarterback. If it's a day 3 pick, Dave, I don't mind because it's just a swing. Because you know that guy will play at some point this year, right? Oh, Brady Cook's a UDFA. We're not going to see him. We saw him. So, I'd rather watch Drew Aller than Brady Cook if you get Aller late. But, I'm not losing sleep if they don't draft a quarterback in round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They should probably do it at some point, but I'm not losing sleep over it. I'm really not. All right, more of your calls. This guy's calling us from down under. Aussie Jet fan is next. What's up, Aussie?
Hey, Jake. How you going, mate?
What's up, man? How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. Good. Mate, I just wanted to call up and just have a chat. I'm probably on the opposite end of the spectrum about Breece, like Breece Hall, than probably what most fans are. I wouldn't mind seeing him go, to be honest. Like, I don't think he really wants to be there. You know, there's a term we use in Australia for people. We call him a sook, like a crybaby sort of thing. He comes across like that to me, and I don't like the social media stuff, but I don't want to create another hole by getting rid of him. So, like, my idea would be, and who knows whether they'd do it, but I'd be calling the Chiefs and saying, would you swap 9 for 16 and Breece? Like, do you think that's something that they would consider? Like, they obviously wanted him in the off season, and I looked at the trade value of like 44 and 16, which was slightly higher than what 9 would be, but they're not exactly a running back away either. They need the running back, but they also have other holes on their team as well. So they then get a premium asset in Breece, and they still have 16 where they can get someone useful. And then we then have 2 and 9. And then, again, I'm probably on the opposite end of the spectrum of a lot of people here. I don't want them to go past Russia. I don't think the Jets are are capable of choosing the right one. Like, you can guarantee 2 of those 3 guys are going to be good. One of them's going to be shit. Which one do you think the Jets are going to pick? You know what I mean? Like, I want them just to take blue chip talent. So for me, the 2 picks would be, and again, I know safety isn't ideal, but I'd be going Downs at number 2, and I'd be taking Sonny Styles at number 9. I think both of those players are the 100% best player at their position in that draft. I think they probably would be the 2 best players on our defense immediately. They're both captains at Ohio State. So I think you've then got one of those 2 is going to wear the green dot and be the captain. And I think the upside is you then potentially get more out of some of the players that have waned a little bit over the last season or 2, you know, your Jermaine your Sherwoods and those sorts of things. So what's your thoughts on that?
So I like the idea. I don't think the Chiefs would do it, though, Ozzy. I think they would just sign a running back in free agency well before the draft. Because remember, the free agency is before the draft. So they signed Travis Etienne, for example. All of a sudden, you're not going to be able to do this Breece trade. They wouldn't carry both. So you would need to know if the Jets put the transition tag and then all of a sudden the Chiefs were interested, they could just sign Breece and then the Jets would have the opportunity to match it or not if they're still interested in Breece. I just don't think the Jets can let Breece go for nothing. I don't disagree with you talking about Breece kind of being a mopey guy and sulking and you don't always love the body language. I just think he's downtrodden because they haven't won. I do think if he got paid, he might feel differently. So, I don't know if they're going to be able to extend him, though. So I think it's a fair conversation. I would just tag him and figure it out from there. I would not risk losing him for nothing when you didn't take a 4th-round pick when it was offered to you at the deadline.
Yeah, I get it. I guess the way I look at it is like, I don't think he's as good as what he was before his injuries. Like he's still a good player, don't get me wrong. And he's probably going to be the best running back in free agency. But, you know, the Jets aren't exactly a running back away either. And, you know, is he better than is he such a great difference over like a Rico Dowdle or a Javonte Williams from Dallas? Like there's multiple other free agents that you're probably going to be able to get for cheaper. But obviously, if that's, you know, if the Chiefs wouldn't be willing and that scenario doesn't exist, obviously, it changes the conversation, I suppose. And even Downs and Sonny Styles, realistically, they might not even be on the board depending on what Jets do in free agency. If they go out and sign a linebacker and a safety, that changes everything, I guess. But my issue with the pass rushes is they've all got problems. You've got one, like, I'm not saying they're not going to be good, but you've got one guy, Reese, who's projected probably to be the highest upside, but it's exactly that, right? Projection. And if he doesn't get that pass rush ability, then he's essentially a linebacker, and he's not even the best linebacker in the class. Like Sonny Styles is better just at that position. So it's pure projection. Bain obviously was good in college, but you've got those problems. Like, I'll be interested to see exactly what his arm length is and how he does it in the 3-cone, just to see exactly how bursty he really is. And then Bailey, you've then got those issues of size, and then from everything I've sort of heard from Joe Blewett and a few others, hand placement and technique needs to be coached up as well, because he's winning all of his reps. He's winning with is pure athleticism, and when he's coming into the NFL, he's going to be going up against offensive linemen that have that athleticism to match. And so, is he still going to be able to win that way? So it's like, it just worries me with the Jets, like where we need so much. I just think we need to take the surefire hits. And I know you can say that about everyone and no one's a guarantee, but I think there's projection, and then there's guys that have a higher % chance to be good players. And I'd like to see the Jets focus on that personally.
I get it with Downs, Aussie. Ruben Bain, look, the arm length, I watch him. I don't see how that would stop him at the next level. He might have the highest floor if you want a premium position, but I see your point on Downs. Again, the guy's awesome. Styles, if he's there at 16, I'm all over it. I don't know if he's getting out of the top 10, which is why I like the creativity of your trade or initially with Breece. I'm also not against the Jets just saying, you know what, we can't screw this up. We need to get a big-time player at 2, and we're going to trade pick 44 and pick 16 to come up, try and get to around 10 or 11 to get who's ever left. Maybe Downs somehow slid in this scenario. Maybe it's Mekhi Lemon. Maybe it's Sonny Styles. Like, whichever one of their guys they identify, like if they wanted to trade up to get one of them, I'm okay with that because they can't screw this up. I got to get impact players with these picks.
Yeah, 100% agree. Like, having all the assets is fantastic, but they're only good if you hit on the picks. So if they've got to give up 44 to move up, and that gets you a Styles or a Downs or a Lemon, because I don't think most of those guys are going to be there.
I don't think
you
they'll
look
be
at
there.
who's.
I agree.
No,
I
like
want Lemon.
is there really?
I think Lemon's going to be a star.
And that's the other part of it too. It's like even with the wide receivers, you've got three different flavors. You've got one guy who wins almost purely on contested catch and then has no yak, which is what's his name, Tate. But I mean, that just reminds me of Keon Coleman. Like that was the rub on Keon Coleman when he was coming out, is that everything is contested catches. I remember listening to Connor Rogers, and he's going, that's my concern about him, and how's that going to translate into the NFL? So that would be my worry with Carnell Tate, although he's doing it at like 80% success rate, so that's crazy. But then you've got Jordan Tyson, who everyone says highest upside, but massive injury concerns. And then Lemon seems to be a hybrid of the two that's kind of good at both. So he'd be the one I'd prefer if he's there. But
he's just 5'11", that's why. But like his comp is like JSN, who was just the offensive player of the year. So the height didn't stop JSN. He's the same height.
Yeah, this is the thing that cracks me up too about the Jets. It's like I remember watching an interview that Garrett Wilson did a few years ago when he got drafted, and he was talking about Jackson Smith and Jigba, and he actually said he said like, if you think I'm good, he said next year this guy's coming out and he's better than me. And then the Jets don't even have a first-round grade on the guy.
Well, to your point, Ozzy, great point. Garrett, I forget the interview. I remember hearing it too. I think the question was about like the Ohio State wide receiver room. Like him and Olave got picked, Jameson Williams, right? They all went that year. And they asked Garrett about it. He goes, if you think we're good, like JSN's better than all of us. And like meanwhile, the Jets didn't have a first-round grade on him. Like how is that? How was Douglas and the scouting staff so wrong about that player?
Yep, and I guess that's where my concern comes in for when they're picking. Like that's where I want them just to take those players that are going to have a higher percentage chance to be successful, because I just don't. How do you go from missing out on, who was it? It was the Pats traded their pick at like 14 or whatever it was to Pittsburgh, and they took the tackle that everyone thought we were going to take, Charles Cross, I think it was. And then you pivot to Will McDonald, and has that been worth it? Like he's a good player, but a 15 for someone that's really only playing your pass rush snaps and he's not good against the run. It's like, I don't know. It's I mean, I haven't been a fan for anywhere near as long as you guys, but I tell you what, it's frustrating as shit to to follow the team. But I do enjoy your content, mate, and I know I don't ring in very often, but when I do, it's good talking to you, mate, and hopefully you have a good day.
Broderick Jones is the player you're thinking of.
Broderick Jones. Who's Charles Cross? Who's he play for?
Seattle's left tackle who just won the
Seattle. Okay, so you're right, Broderick Jones. Yeah, I knew it was a tackle, and it was the Pats, right, that traded the pick?
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe you believe the Jets, they were not going to take him anyway, but who knows?
Yeah, I don't believe that. Anyway. All right, that's all I've got to say, mate.
Great call, Aussie Jet fan. Hopefully you call more, right? We love your calls.
Will do. All right, mate. Have a good one.
Aussie Jet fan checking in. Well done. Let's go back to Gary, who's on the phone with his wife. Or is he? Gary? Everyone just sit back and can we just bask in the glory of this right now? This, many are saying, is the best possible Gary call ever. Oh, how nice is this? How sweet is this? Love it. Love it. Great call from Gary there. Sensational call. One of the greatest we've ever seen from Gary. Man. What a moment. What a time to be alive. Back to Gary. Oh, yeah. This sure is something, huh? This sure is something. Speaking of Gary.
Why are you bringing me on with Gary?
Gary's not here.
You could take him off the screen then.
Does it bother you that much, Chuck?
Maybe.
Are you this triggered? Is this okay, or do you want me to actually take him off?
Take him off, please.
Say, please, Jake, please.
Please, Jake, take him off the screen.
If you say, please, Master Jake, please. What was
Please,
that?
Master Jake. Please.
Yes, Sir Charles. Yes.
As for Broderick Jones, he's probably one of the worst tackles in the NFL.
Come on, Charles.
What?
Gary not even being on camera bothered you that much?
I just don't want to start anything or cause something to trigger. Anyway,
I think this did the opposite of that, but continue.
I don't think. I mean, Averill Reese is I've seen highlights of him. He's a very good pass rusher. I still got to watch tape of Ruben Bain. I know this is the one with the short arms, correct? That everyone loves to criticize so much.
Yeah, shorter arms. People act like he's got like T-Rex arms. Like I didn't watch any game that Miami played this year in the playoff and went, man, Ruben Bain would be so much better if his arms weren't so short.
Well, I don't think short arms are going to stop anyone from having success. I mean, we've seen undersized defensive ends, outside linebackers have success. So why can't he have success? I don't understand that. As for Tai Simpson, I know there's a username that goes by Tank for Tai. I think Tai Simpson should go back to college.
Well,
I know. I think he should have done what Dante Moore did and go back to college to gain more experience playing football. That's just the way I feel.
He would have had to transfer because they got a 5-star coming in, but he could have went to Miami for like $6 or $7 million reportedly.
Who, Dante Moore?
No, Tai Simpson. Dante Moore went back to Oregon.
I know. Tai Simpson. My apologies.
It's a good angle for you, Charles. We really see up close and personal.
I said I do like Avery Reese. I heard Caleb Downs is a really good player. I
Arvell
would love the Jets to get Sonny Styles. I've heard a lot of Jet fans say he reminds them of David Harris.
How do you like your eggs?
What does that have to do with Sonny Styles?
Sunny side up?
Very funny.
It wasn't a joke. It was a serious question.
I like my eggs scrambled and with ketchup.
Are your eggs more scrambled than Gary's brain?
I'm not going to answer that.
Gary likes his eggs sunny side up. He's back.
Good to know, Gary. Good to know. I mean, I do like Jeremiah Love. As you know, I've watched a lot of majority of Notre Dame's games this year when I was able to.
With your father?
I think he would be just by myself, mostly. But I do also like the other running back, Jadarian Price. He's good too.
He might be a day 2 pick.
Huh?
He might be a day 2 pick.
That's a true thing, but I definitely see Jeremiah Love as a first-round pick. He was up for the Heisman this year along with Mendoza.
I mean, Love might go top 10.
True. I could definitely see him on either Washington or Kansas City if they choose to move on from Pacheco. But I would really love Love on the Jets. What, Jake?
What do you put on your eggs?
Ketchup.
Ketchup?
Maybe cheese.
A little hot sauce or no?
I'm not a hot sauce guy, no.
Really?
Don't like hot sauce. Don't like spicy food.
Maybe like a mild hot sauce like Frank's?
No, none of that, no.
Tabasco? No?
No.
That's disappointing.
Sorry to disappoint you, Bob.
That's okay. Are you excited for Asmaniac Madness, Charles?
I'm intrigued. I know Nick Shine told me he's on the board, so
he's on the committee. Do you feel like you're trying to get redemption? Because I feel like you had a great chance of winning the whole thing last year till the catfish incident occurred.
Yeah, but honestly, I just want to gain the respect of my fellow Asmaniacs. That's all I care about at this point. If I don't win the whole thing, it's not going to be the end of the world for me. So if I win it, I win it. If I don't, I don't. But I appreciate, though, the Asmaniacs that respect me and appreciate me for who I am. I appreciate that. That's more important. People call me a legend, but the truth is this community itself is legendary. So that's all that matters to me.
This community does love you, Charles. You know that.
Yes, I know. For the most part, anyway.
Now, before I let you run, what did you have for dinner? Because we know you eat dinner like a grandma at 4 p.m. every day.
I had Wendy's.
Wendy's? What time?
Around 3 or 4 o'clock. I had
3 or
Wendy's.
4 o'clock. That's like a snack. That's way too early for dinner.
Well, I woke up late, so I woke up. I took a nap after I had breakfast.
Wait a
Then
second.
I went out, did some shopping.
wait. You took a nap after you had breakfast? So what time did you wake up?
Around 8 o'clock, had my
Okay,
breakfast.
So you got
Then
up at
after
8, you had breakfast, and then you went back to sleep?
something like that, yeah.
You snowed in today?
I didn't snow in. I went out to Walmart, got myself a gallon of milk and some chocolate milk, and then I went
Walk
back.
there? Did you drive?
I took Uber,
So you took an Uber to Walmart to get milk.
the one in Edison near the Costco in Edison. Yes,
So then what happened? When was the nap?
around 10 o'clock.
It was before the Uber to Walmart?
Yes,
I see. And then you had Wendy's. Did you Uber Eats that, or did you go there directly?
I went there directly.
And how was that?
It was wonderful. I had a grilled chicken wrap. It was delicious.
Nice.
And I was on the Nick Shine show last night. I'm sure you were aware of that, where Green Bean was on.
I did see that.
Glad Nick Shine's doing good. Glad Green Bean's doing good. I'm glad you're doing good, Nick, Jake. I almost
Gator
called you
says
Nick, bro.
breakfast is the most important meal before a nap.
Yes, it is. You're damn right, Gator. Anyway, peace out, Jake.
Well, Charles, I want to thank you for calling in and providing us with greatness.
You provide the greatness, Jake. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Charles Gorman.
You'll never get my chicken soup recipe. I'm not saying that Lowski takes steroids. I need some of it. Hey, Charles! Who is that lovely lady? Send it this way, Charles!
All right, home stretch of our show. My guy Cody Stoots is getting ready to do his live show. Look at this right here. A little SNL. Stoots and Locker. A little behind the scenes at the Airbnb. Cody was dying laughing in the background during that Gorman call, by the way. So I was trying to keep a straight face as he's laughing at Gorman saying that he woke up, had breakfast, and then took a nap. I thought breakfast is supposed to fuel you, right? Most important meal of the day, whatever nonsense they try to tell you about breakfast. I'm not a breakfast guy either. But, man, Gorman having breakfast and then going right to a nap. What are we doing here? Oh, man. All right, raffle coming up. I'm going to gift a membership shortly here because we're a little light on raffles. We only have during this show, only 3 people have become channel members during the show. And we got a great prize. So we'll give someone else a chance to win shortly. That'll be for a signed Curtis Martin jersey. Super chat from M123. You would hate me. I want to try. I want Taya 2. Trade up for love. All right, I already hate you. I want Taya 2. Trade up for love. And Tate/Lemon and Winston, LOL. I'm so sick of not scoring. I get the sickness of not scoring points. I don't think taking Tai Simpson at 2 helps to score points. Take a receiver at 2 if you want to play that game, or argue take Lubb at 2 if you think he's the best player. You can't take Tai Simpson with 15 career starts at 2. Not when you got 3 first-round picks in 2027. And everyone, and I know there's always risk when you say this, but I find it hard to believe that we won't have better quarterback options in the draft a year from now than just the consensus of Mendoza's the only one worth it. So keep that in mind. All right, home stretch of calls here. Let's go to Macho, who's next. Hello, Macho.
What's up, Jake? How you doing, man?
What's up, man?
Not much. I was actually calling because I'm looking to trade down. I want to trade down, and I think 2 is our best spot to trade down from.
Who's coming up to 2?
I'm hoping that the Cowboys would want to come up to 2. I'm hoping that they want that pass rusher that they so desperately need after trading away one of the best that they did have. And because that jump is so big that I'm hoping that we could take both of their first in order to do that, and possibly even a pick next year. Now,
So
it's not going
Dallas
to be
has
obviously
12 and 20. If they offered both, I'd move out of 2 in a second.
right, exactly. But now, obviously, that's with the wish that hoping they maybe want someone like a Bailey or a Reuben Bain where they can get that pass rusher. I'm not sure how high they are on those 2, but I'm thinking that the Cowboys would be our best bet to move down. If not, I'm hoping maybe somebody likes Ty enough to move up to 2, but I don't think that's realistic enough.
Yeah, I think 100% dream scenario is trade out at 2. I don't know if Dallas is going to trade away that to move up for one of these pass rushers.
Now, if you were to move down from 2, what would be the furthest you would be comfortable with moving down?
I'd move out around 1 if they offered me enough picks. It all
Really?
depends on what I'm getting. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I'm just throwing that out there. I don't think that
Right.
that scenario exists. Yeah, I mean, I think in an ideal world, I move out and I could take Caleb Downs from 5 on. Because I just don't love taking a safety at 2, but if you're giving me some extra picks to do it, I'll do it in 2 seconds. Because, again, the more I watch him, I love the player. I just don't love the idea of taking a safety that high, but I'm open to it.
Yeah, it's a nasty thought to take a safety at number 2, but at the same time, if it's the best player, not even just available, just the best player possibly in the whole draft, it kind of makes sense. But at the same time, I feel like we have so many needs, and safety is one of those needs that even though we do need it, I don't see it really changing the defense enough to where it kind of makes sense to take it to where if we stay at 2, someone like a Bailey or I'm hoping for either Bailey or Bain, honestly, over Reese. Just because I want somebody that's a possible game wrecker. And we need that on defense so much to put some pressure against the opposing quarterbacks.
Well, you don't think Reese could be a game wrecker if he hits his full potential?
If he hits his full potential. I think
Bain you're at number 2, though. So if you're taking the swing at 2, it's like you think he's got the highest. That's why he's getting mocked at 2. He might have the highest star potential of the guys if he hits his ceiling.
So I think he definitely has the highest star potential, but the fact of trying to get him to that potential when we're possibly going through a regime change after this year. And I think that that can potentially hurt the progress of someone like a Reese, because then we don't know who's coming in. We don't know who's going to be there for our defense and stuff like that, where I think a Bain or a Bailey will still be fine no matter what the new regime is or whether we keep the regime. I think that they're specialists. I know that what they can do, and I love what they can do. To where Reese, obviously, if you can kind of piece him up and bring him up, then he's going to be better. But I don't know if we can get him there.
All fair. I think when you talk about talent and like upside, he's 20. He has barely rushed a passer. When he has, check his pressure rate. He's incredibly effective. So I think they're going to convince themselves on Reese when it's all said and done. But I'm open to other options as well. I'm not saying this. I just kind of feel like when put the shove, I could see the Jets taking the swing on Arvell Reese.
And if the big 3 receivers aren't there, do you feel comfortable with taking another receiver, or would you prefer to just go straight for defense at that point?
I probably would lean defense. I don't love Denzel Boston. I don't like him at 16. Okay. I think if he was at there 16. Later, I would do it, but not at 16.
I'm hoping one of them falls to 33, but I don't know how realistic of 5 wide receivers being taken in the first round this year. Do you think that's less likely?
Look, they go earlier and earlier because everyone needs them. But they also go late too. So I don't know. This is a weird draft because you might only have one quarterback going in round 1. So it's tough to truly prognosticate. We'll have a better idea after this week. And then also, let's be real. Free agency determines a lot. Teams that have wide receiver needs now, maybe they don't post free agency once they sign Alec Pierce or if Michael Pittman's available or who's going to end up with George Pickens if the Cowboys tag him and then all of a sudden he's available in a trade. We see receivers get moved constantly. So it's tough to do this now, Macho, because things change a lot over the next couple of weeks here before we even get to late April when the draft is.
For sure. I'm hoping that we move. If we do take a trade down, I'm hoping that trade scenario happens at 2 because I just feel like the range of players that we can still get depending on how far we move back still makes sense, while we can also still get the biggest package for the trade to where we don't have to constantly keep making moves. We can make that one move and then just stick and pick at pretty much every other spot.
Yeah, I love it. It's easier said than done to find a trade partner.
For sure. But anyway,
good call,
that's
Macho.
Pretty much it. Appreciate you, bro.
Love it, man. Call him more. Great setup.
And here we go. Let's go.
Can you hear me? What's up, guys? How you guys doing today? Good job. So we got a couple points to talk about. So we got to keep Breece Hall, and then we need to get wide receiver 2 in free agency, whether it's Alec Pierce or can you hear me? There's a lot of great. They have a lot of great players. And then Jake, what's the prediction? What do you guys? What do you guys Maniac predict? I place in as Maniac Madness.
Too early for me to give a prediction, Mad Max. We haven't even had the brackets be released yet.
Can you hear me? That's true, but what do you think? What do you think I'll be placing, Jake? What do you think I'll be placing?
Mad Max, I think if you trust your gut, if you believe, you have a chance to go far.
Good job. I know. I think I'll be going far, Jake. Can you hear me? And then let's see. Y'all Holmes, do you want me to do a salsa dance? You guys want to see me do the Aaron Glenn dance?
Yeah, give us the Aaron Glenn dance as I see him tomorrow.
Oh man, guys, Aaron Glenn dance on a snow day. Can you hear me? Good job. How's Yasmaniacs enjoying the snow day today?
Oh, it was fantastic, Mad Max. Did you throw any snowballs at people?
Not really. I should have thrown a snowball, honestly, Jake. But Jake Quest has 3 seed, and then I think I'm gonna be the 1 seed, Jake Quest. Honestly.
You think you're a 1 seed?
I think I'll be a 1 seed.
Wow. Well, Mad Max, I'll tell you what. Tune in Sunday night to find out.
Sounds good.
If Mad Max ain't yapping about jets, that boy, he's jamming, he's slamming, freaking dancing, wall smashing. I'm Jake Asman. If Mad Max ain't ever stopped yapping, that boy, he still be dancing. Then call Jake Asman. He got an orange wall.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mad Max, what a performance. Hey, a couple super chats, last couple calls here. We got to be off the air by 7. Cody Stoots is going live shortly. Look at this man. He's gearing up for it. And he already gifted a membership, so he's in the raffle as well. Cody Stoots in the raffle for 1. Let's go.
We are mama way.
Cody Stoots in for 1. A couple other super chats I want to hit. Mike Dem says, I'm manifesting a raffle win. Curtis Martin is the man. Mike, always appreciate your support, my man. Good luck. You are officially in for another 5 entries. Give him a jet chant, Lowski. James March says 33 is the pick to trade down from. Agreed. And if you look at the history of the draft, I'm going to look up the exact stat because I've been referencing this and I want to make sure I get it 100% accurate. That, I believe, is the most traded pick in the draft in the history of it. Because think about it. Remember, I guess the recent history for a myriad of reasons. It used to all be in one day. Remember that? The draft was just all day. That Saturday, it was like forever. Well, now you have night 1 and then night 2 is 2nd and 3rd round. So from the end of night 1 to the start of night 2, teams have 24 hours to call the Jets and say, hey, what is it going to take to come up? So I think the Jets could trade out. They also could use that pick to get back into round 1 if they want to get the 5th-year option on a player. You see teams do that for quarterbacks, typically for value. Right? Remember Teddy Bridgewater, Lamar Jackson, they were the end of round 1. The teams made those deals so they can get the 5th-year option secured on the first-round player. So 33 could be used in a trade up by the Jets. It could be used as a trade out after night 1, which I would totally be okay with. AJ Osborne is in the raffle for 1. Thank you, AJ. Macho Talk Sports. He hit the join button and gave himself a raffle entry. Good job by him.
Good job.
Also had a great call. Aria, who won the Klecko wall art the other day, is in the raffle now. Let's go.
Woo, woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo.
Craig down in Australia. We have a lot of Aussie interaction on the show today.
Good job.
Mate, good day from Darwin in the Northern Territory. Hot and humid here. Craig, the real feel was 7 degrees this morning here in Indy. So we are not the same in our temperatures. I always appreciate you checking out the show. All right, let's get to Southern Jet. I'm counting raffle names. We're going to spin the wheel coming up shortly. What's up, Rich?
Hey, Jake. I joined late. You're in Indy, huh?
I am in Indy.
It starts the 26th, right? So you got there a couple days early?
So the on-field workout starts then. The coaches and GM start speaking tomorrow. So Glenn and Muji speak out 1 Eastern tomorrow.
Great. Just a few comments. If you don't mind, I've always been wondered at the combine how the agents interact in the stadium. Do they go up to the GMs? Do they go up to the other scouts or other teams? Are they allowed to? What the access of agents for players is, and hopefully you can get a few interviews with agents, because I think they're fascinating people to try to get. Also, over the years when you used to show those videos when you had the Houston gig, you could just tell Cody I really respected his work and thought he did a great job.
Hey, I'll tell him right now for you. Rich really respects your work and thought you did a great job when he would tune into Wheelhouse clips on YouTube. He says, thank you, Rich. I don't know if you heard him.
Yeah, you're welcome. Jake, if this is just a what the hell scenario, if we stay at 2 and we move up to 16, we move up from 16, what would be your dream 2 picks, depending on how things work out in falls? Everybody knows weird things happen and better players, drop. What would be your dream scenario of the 2 players that you would like in a trade up, not 2 and 16, but if we traded up a bit, to get that guy who drops? And secondly, in the 4th, 5th round, who would be the QB you would draft as the development QB?
Ooh, great question. So 2, I'm going to say right now, I'm going to say Bain, because I'm less of a risk taker and rather just get a proven really good football player at 2. And then at 16, if I have to move up, I'd move up for Lemon. I think he's going to be really, really good.
Okay, great. Takes care of two places.
Yep, and I mean, I liked Nussmeier from what I saw at the Senior Bowl. I like the fact that he's the son of a coach. A year ago, McShay's mocking him number 1 overall, so there's some talent there clearly.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, he's a little short. I get people might be out on him because of that, but if I had to take a day 2 or day 3 swing on someone, I think he's got a chance to be maybe a decent quarterback.
I didn't know that McShay had him as number 1 after
Oh yeah,
Mendoza.
I showed a mock. No. McShay a year ago in his way too early mock. He had the Jets picking 1st overall, selecting Garrett Nussmeier. That was the day or the week after the 2025 draft was over. They do like the way too early projection. They do like a mock, and like Nussmeier was number 1. So like he thought that highly of him after his junior season at LSU to put him that high.
Do you know how many starts he has?
Not off the top of my head. I could look that up for you. He started a lot of games in college, though, at least the last 2 years.
I'm just curious whether he's not like 12. I mean, he's in the 20s.
Yeah, I would say so. Let me see. Why can't I find game start on his page? He started 2 full seasons at LSU, 24 and then 25. He got hurt this year.
Oh, okay. He started 2 full seasons.
So actually, he might not have more than 20 starts because he got hurt this year. So I'm not sure.
But
I'd have to look it up. Yeah, he's right around there.
It's close. Do you see Kuiper there, or do you know Kuiper?
I don't know him. He hasn't made the trip in the. This is my 3rd combine. I haven't seen him at the previous 2. He doesn't actually go to it.
Oh, okay. I was just going to ask you if
Matt Miller's here though, and so is Jordan Reed. So we're going to have both of them on the show this week.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you if you had a second and if you knew him, just to see if he.
I'd love to get him on though.
If he remembered me, because I was one of his first subscribers to the Big Blue Book, and
what year was that?
Oh, that was in the early to mid 80s.
Wow.
Yeah. Wait a minute. 70. It might have been. I moved to Poughkeepsie in 76, so it was between 76 and 82 when I left Poughkeepsie. And here's an interesting story, if you don't mind. I was into it. I was reading all this stuff, the Big Blue Book. That was something to me that was fascinating. And I called him. They had a phone number in the book. And he picked up the phone. And, we started bullshitting. And Mel swears like a sailor. And it was like, he was just so at ease with me talking. We talked about players. He's the one who told me that Marino tested, for drugs at the combine. Probably shouldn't have told me, but he did. And then he would say, keep calling. And he goes, hey, if you get any West Point articles in the paper, send them to me, because he was just starting, he was out of his house. And then I called him a couple times, but then I called and then a secretary or somebody answered. Okay, it's Rich. Yeah, he'll answer. And then eventually he started making TV appearances. And I haven't talked to him since.
So he got too big to answer calls from Southern Jet.
Yeah, but I don't blame him.
That's an awesome story. You knew Mel Kiper before he was Mel Kiper.
Well, he won't remember me, but I talked to him quite a few times. And
if I see him, I'm going to bring it up. All right.
Yeah, he would know me as Rich from Poughkeepsie.
I will
Jets
be on
fan.
the prowl.
Yeah.
Rich, good call, man. I got to run. I appreciate you.
Have a safe time.
The Jet fans getting a little crazy.
Oh, yeah. Now that's a call right there. All right, last second super chats. I will get to those. This one from Spencer Green. Wow, he's back. Can I get in? Been gone a while. Aaron Glenn, Coach of the Year 2026. Jets to win AFC East. Great job, Jets. Curtis Martin, too. Spencer Green, lay off the drugs.
It's Jets, Jets. I love Fireman Ed too.
But I appreciate the positivity in February because why not? You're in the raffle for 2. Our guy Lou B in the house. Big announcement with Lou B and myself coming very, very soon for all you draft heads out there. Get ready. What's the average pay for 33? Lou, I don't know off the top of my head. I'm going to have to look up recent trades for pick 33 and see what the Jets could potentially get. It all depends on where the team that's moving up, where they're coming from. I think realistically, you would swap seconds with that team that's coming up, so the Jets would still have pick 44, and I think you'd ask for a third-round pick, of which the Jets don't currently have one. So I'd love a third-round pick. Because if you look at the Jets' amount of picks right now, real quick, I'll put it up there. They go 2, 16, 33, 44. Then they don't pick again until 103. I love a pick in the 50s or 60s if possible. Give me a third-round pick in like 60 through 70-ish, and I'll move out of 33. Derek, the Jet fan in the house. How about 5 gifted memberships from our guy, Derek? He's gunning for the top prize. Let's go. Omar Ochoa in the house.
You know, thinking is overrated.
But gifting is not. He is in the raffle for 1. Omar, thank you for your support. I'm going to put you down. All right, are we ready for the raffle? I think the answer is we are. Someone's going to win a signed Curtis Martin autographed jersey with the Hall of Fame inscription that is included. Ladies and gentlemen, before we spin the Wheel of Champions, we now have to hand things over to our master of raffle ceremony. Hit it.
You can kiss my big, big ass. Woo! Gruel Monsoon here, giving you guys a happy, happy New Year in 2026. Now, let's go to the contested wheel and let's get a winner on the Wheel of Champions. Take it away, Maestro.
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
Thank you for whatever that was, Beast. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Wheel of Champions. Good luck to everyone. Only one can win today. But if you don't win, you can win a weekly prize, which I'm going to add more. What should our third item be this week, folks? We got 2 big ones so far. Name and sign helmet, Revis sign helmet to kick off Combine Week. But right now we play for this. A signed jersey by Hall of Famer Curtis Martin. Ladies and gentlemen, good luck to all. Only one can win. And your winner is Joseph Leon. He has done it. Ladies and gentlemen, Joseph Leon is the winner of a signed Curtis Martin jersey. Hit it. Congratulations to Joseph. Cody, you were in the raffle. You did not win. Sorry. You missed it by that much. Folks, that's a show. Say goodbye to the Airbnb. Hopefully, I don't need to do any more shows from here unless the Jets do something crazy at a God knows what time of night, and the Radio Row is closed at that point. So this should be it from Radio Row. This should be it from the Airbnb. Tomorrow we should be live from the Radio Row. We're going to do a show in the morning. I can pick up my credentials starting at 8 a.m. Glenn and Muji speak at 1, so we're going to try and get you a morning stream as we normally would, and we'll do an instant reaction live show following Glenn and Muji speaking tomorrow around 1 o'clock. So be on the lookout for that on the channel. Hit the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed. If you want behind the scenes from our week in Indy, I highly recommend you join my Patreon. Get in the Discord. I'll be posting some funny videos of some of your favorite Jet personalities who are here. Maybe I'll show you Antoine Staley choking on the shrimp cocktail at St. Elmo's if we get out there with him this week. But who knows what I'll post, but I'll give everyone on Discord a little behind-the-scenes access to our week here in Indy. Big thank you to my guest today, Cody Stoots, who's about to go live on his show. So go invade his chat on the this is the Texans Collective. So just type that in on YouTube if you want to watch. Maybe I'll dance in the background and distract them. I will not do that. I'm a professional, damn it. I'm off to dinner. Going to St. Elmo's tonight. So I appreciate everyone who's tuned in. Again, we're live in the morning from the Radio Row, Indiana Convention Center. We got some great guests who will join us this week. So be on the lookout for that. Thanks again to everyone who watches year-round. You guys make weeks like this possible to pull off. So again, thanks for your support. Looking forward to getting out and after it at the Indiana Convention Center starting tomorrow morning. I'll leave you guys with a short clip. As always, go Jets, and we will talk to you guys soon. Later.
The Jets are going to come back. No, they're not. They're never going to come back. They're never going to come back.
Oh, hi. Jake wants me to ask you to click on the like button.
That's right, Lane. And if they don't subscribe to the Jake Asman Show, this team may never win another game. Let's go Jets.